Yo, what's up everybody, guys? Marshall here on the Kiamichi Railroad on the KRR on the hot rails owned by the Genesee in Wyoming, guys. Welcome back, guys. Well, guys, I was hoping to meet them down at the other rail crossing in Millerton, but it didn't happen, so they changed the where the crew do their they parked her out here and tied her down for the rest of the day until the nighttime for my other crew, my other friends come through here, and for my friends to come and take her on to Hugo. So they SD70-T. She is a single unit. She's been down the line for at least about 2 weeks. Why did he come down here? Oh well. But she's parked right here. They got her tied down. They got her bottom lights off, but they got her top lights going on, so that tells people there's a train parked there and stuff like that. And so guys, she is parked away from the crossing. So technically, I'd be yielding for a train if I seen something like that out the bushes. So that's what you're supposed to do, stuff like that. I've been hearing people's been jumping railroad crossings about like this, just like going right across it and stuff like that, and it's not a very good thing to do, especially on blind spot areas. But hey, for here no do. So guys, I want to try and see if I can be here tonight to see them come through, see my other boys driving her back to Hugo. My other friends that was driving the train, I was gonna meet them down there on Millerton side, but I guess they changed where the crew where they're gonna change the crew. So they're out of time. They're gonna go back to Hugo, take a break, and then drive the next train where they are at. So then further to do. So the other guys who was working the day shift will work the other shift. Should have parked over there, but hey. Should have parked over there, but you know, that type of thing. But either there, here, there. I wasn't properly prepared. I had these. I didn't have my other ones with me, and so this is the only thing I had to protect my ears. So guys, they are parked right down yonder, and so they got her tied down for the day. And so this is what I had for right now. So maybe tonight I'll be back, maybe to film them come through. But the other time when I was down in Valiant, the Valiant cop told me I couldn't be on private railroad property, but technically I can. But technically, the crew would have to tell me otherwise. But the cop has no permission to tell me to do that or anything like that of that sort. And I asked him, did anybody call me in? No. If there was no problem, then there was no problem. So technically I was just playing nice to him and stuff like that. But technically I do not like people like that, because cops have no jurisdiction on railroad property, and that the railroad would tell me to get off the tracks first. Now if I didn't leave and it escalates, then they can call the cop. But technically I can be on railroad property as long as it's okay with all the, if it's okay with all the with the railroad. It's like if it's okay with the Queen Rails, and I know it's mostly okay with Kiamichi Railroad, but I think somebody called me in, but I really don't think it was the Queen Railroad. But I don't care. But next time I will tell them I do have rights to film on private property as long the railroads, as long I'm not doing anything dumb or something, I'd be fine, or harassing the train engineers, or none of that. So as long as you're not doing none of that stuff, you'd be fine. It was one of the Valiant cops. So, and he told me I couldn't be anywhere on the back end where the interlock and stuff is, which technically is kind of bull. I can be on that. I can be anywhere in the middle where the two tracks are. But I don't care either way. If he bothers me again, I will take this up to the chain of command to his superior. But technically, the railroad would have told me to get off railroad property on T&E side. And if T&E never came outside or anything like that, if they never came out here and stuff like that, then there's no problem. Because I know that the Queen boys know I come out there and film that their train. So technically, I just think the cop just wanted to make me a prime example, not to be on railroad property, which you can, because if you're not doing anything wrong, you are fine. So technically, then next time I will go back to the railroad, back to interlock, and probably film on private property, because I do have the right as long as the roads don't mind and stuff like that. But I really don't think the railroad would mind, as long as I'm not touching things or messing with it or anything like that sort. Because I asked him, it's like, did anybody call me in? And he said no. I was like, are you sure? Are you covering up for somebody? He said no, because technically the railroad would have came out there and told me I didn't need to be there. And then if I didn't leave, then if it escalates, then they can call the police. So technically the railroad has authority on railroad property, not the cop. Cops have no jurisdiction on railroad property whatsoever. If somebody just hops on a train, the cops cannot tell the railroad to stop the train. No, you cannot stop a train. So technically somebody can hop a train and basically get away from the cops if they have to. So whatever. If they do that, they do. They're safe on railroad property. They're safe. And literally, the crew can tell the cop to leave the premises on railroad property, period. And Kiamichi Railroad and the Queen Rails, they have a partnership going on. So I really don't. He told me nobody didn't call me in or nothing, but really, if it's a civilian needs to learn to leave things alone and not bother people who films trains like that. Because my work was a little bit destroyed because I was going to film them when they was about to take off, and so really I didn't get no shots out of that. So, and technically the cop was trespassing on railroad property because he had no permission to be on there. He don't have no jurisdiction on railroad property whatsoever. So whatever, they're whatever. So guys, this is Susan. But whatever, guys, railroads don't mind you being on their property as long as you're not tearing it up or anything like that. You'll be fine. Well, guys, further here to do. Here's Susan. She is a single axle unit SD40. SD70-T. She will be going to Hugo later on today. The other crew will come and take her on into Hugo probably by tonight. They might send the Valiant. They might send my other brother that's working the Valiant shift. They might just come down here and pick her up, hook her on engines, and then just go on the Valiant and pick up the other cars at the interlock and drop these cars off and go to the interlock, and on the way to Hugo they go. So guys, alright guys, I'm about to end my tour here, guys. I wish the train was closer, but I don't want to walk that far right now just to show you it. Right here is good enough. So guys, I'm here in Garvin. When you're coming into Garvin, just from that end, just right there, and then going out of Garvin on the east end. So they're on the east end going westbound, but they are parked here for the day. So until the crew comes and till the crew and takes her on into Hugo. So for here to do, they'll be leaving. The crew will be here today, probably at the end of the day, and take her on to Hugo. So pick the trains up in Valiant and then on to Hugo. I know it sounds confusing, I know. So guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time on the hot rails. I might see if I come back out here and see if they're gonna run to Hugo. But if they do, I'll be waiting for my brothers here on the railroad here, and I'll be out here. So guys, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time on the hot rails of the Kiamichi Road, owned by the Genesee in Wyoming, known as the KRR, known as Kiamichi Railroad. All right, guys. See you guys. See everybody later. Marching out. Thank you for watching.